Hi, I'm Tracy Coombe, and I'm glad you could join me. For the next 30 minutes, I want to talk to you about how to give your stress and anxiety a TKO in the easiest way possible without ongoing costly programs. Let me ask you a question. What if you could easily quieten your anxious mind, gain more certainty and resilience without ongoing treatments or judgments? Or would you love to learn 5 new skills to handle any situation with focus and strength while enhancing your flexibility and connection? All in less than 5 hours. This is about 5 hours that are game changers to give you total focus and control without having to do loads of expensive courses or ongoing treatments. If this is you, you're in the right place. So who's this for? First responders, recovery and aid workers. People who arrive on the scene and provide medical treatment and support for others in need. If you're an EMT or a paramedic, perhaps you're one of our wonderful nurses or doctors. Or if you work in fire rescue, police service or military. Even if you volunteer overseas on one of those many programs in the developing countries. If you are one of these wonderful people, then this program is for you. If you are interested in gaining focus and certainty, quietening your mind, improving your resilience and flexibility, improving your mental health, strengthening your relationships, and learning how to handle worries, then what I'm about to share with you could change your life forever and help you to make your best decisions. Who this is not for. If you're a person that's comfortable where you are and don't like change, if you have a fixed mindset and are not prepared to try a new approach, if you are adverse to self-improvement and think you know all there is to know, then this is not for you. If you're not committed to a successful outcome, and if you think your anxiety is part of life that you should just get over, then this is definitely not for you. It's also not for you if you feel it's better to hide behind a facade rather than dealing with a situation. If you enjoy being pulled in every direction and are happy having an anxious mind and procrastinating over important decisions, then this is not for you. If you think your ill health and failing relationships are an acceptable casualty of your job, then this program is definitely not for you. So why am I doing this? I'm looking for like-minded individuals who want to develop their flexibility and resilience, build on their self-awareness and confidence, enhance their skills to combat anxiety, improve their relationships, restore clarity, calmness and freedom into their lives, gain a better perspective, develop more engaged and effective teams, and restore themselves to prime conditioning. I don't know if that's you yet. We'll see. I realise your time is super valuable, so I'll keep it short. Over the next 30 minutes, I'm going to share with you 3 solutions to help you reduce your stress and anxiety, and I want you to start using them today so you get some real and immediate traction. Solution number 1 is the 3 secrets you need to know about reducing your anxiety and stress and the number 1 pitfall to avoid. Solution 2, 2 simple activities that banish obsessing and worrying. And solution number 3, the 1 easy thing that guarantees a quieter mind. And here's why you need to know what I know. I've helped many first responders break out of their comfort zones, identify their current sabotage patterns, reduce their anxiety, and dramatically increase their flexibility and resilience. I've had over 20 years' experience in working with and understanding people. No froth and bubble with me, just a proven system for taking action and gaining successful, immediate, lasting results. Yes, I will hold you accountable for the results you focus on. 93% of my clients experience more than a 50% reduction in their anxiety levels after the very first session. I want to be really clear. There's absolutely nothing for sale today. But if you stay until the end, I have a $359 gift for you that will dramatically improve your results when it comes to combating your stress and anxiety, calming that overdrive mind, and a way to have all your questions answered for free. Are you doing things the hard way? Is your mind continually stuck in overdrive? Do you get anxious about people and situations? Are you stuck in obsessive and addictive behavioural patterns? Do you suffer with poor health and low energy? Find yourself frustrated with most people and blow up over the little things? Do you feel overwhelmed by working long hours? Are your important relationships dangerously strained? Are you avoiding situations and discussions that are necessary to move forward? Perhaps you're close to burnout or already there. And has the laughter, fun and love just disappeared from your life? Or perhaps you're just scared of rocking the boat, so it's easier to put up with what you have instead of going after more. It doesn't have to be this way. For Sissy, it was the best Google search she'd ever done. It was all about being able to do the daily things like taking her kids to school and going on short holidays. After completing the program, she changed the way she viewed some things, and that gave her the flexibility and courage to achieve her goals. And Emma. For Emma, it was about identifying her triggers, understanding how to work with them and get constructive results. This provided her with a calmer mind, the ability to focus more clearly, and lead her team with more strength and perspective. Jake uses the skills he learns every day, and it's made a big change in his life. For Jake, it was all about taking back control of his choices and his life. So let me tell you about the easier way. Imagine if you could control your anxious thoughts. How about boosting your immunity and motivation? Enjoying healthier relationships, no more stress and anxiety ruling your life, and being able to get some quality downtime and switch off. What if you had access to certainty and control? Imagine understanding how yourself and others think. How about easily overcoming obstacles and barriers? Having the confidence to stand up for yourself and others. Restore yourself back to prime condition and banish those naysayers inside your head. I've shared my experience with a myriad of first responders over and over again, and always with immediate, successful, lasting results. Now, I don't know you. I don't know what you're capable of or how dedicated you are to your success. But what I do know is that most people who start and finish this program have immediate, measurable results. I'm not promising any miracles. It takes effort, persistence, and patience. And you alone are responsible for your own results. What I'm teaching you here today has been tested and proven to lead to successful outcomes. So let's get into it. The first solution, the 3 secrets you need to know about reducing your anxiety and stress, and the number 1 pitfall to avoid. Emma Stone, Jennifer Lawrence, Amanda Lindhout, Adele, and even Oprah Winfrey all suffer from anxiety. Many of us have felt anxiety and dealt with its symptoms to some degree. Anxiety disorders manifest themselves in various ways, from generalized anxiety, obsessive-compulsive disorder, panic disorder, social anxiety. And while symptoms range in terms of severity, in its most extreme forms, anxiety can affect every aspect of your life, from work to dating and even merely going out in public. While an estimated 18% of adults live with an anxiety disorder, there's still a stigma associated with having one. However, there are people seeking to normalise the public perception of anxiety disorders, and they're not all doctors and researchers. Celebrities and people who have had some pretty horrific experiences are also bringing the conversation about anxiety into the mainstream by talking openly about their own experiences with anxiety disorders. They all have these 3 things in common. So what are the 3 secrets? Flexibility, perseverance, and laughter. All 3 of these simple techniques are tried, tested, and proven to reduce your stress and anxiety levels quite considerably. And you can use them easily in your everyday life. By practicing these techniques, you are laying down the foundation for a healthier, more resilient, and confident you. So how does this apply to you? Flexibility is king. It leads to higher job satisfaction, encourages innovation, lower rates of burnout, higher levels of self-confidence. You can adapt quickly to upsets, improved ability to cope with stress, and flexibility breeds independence. Flexibility helps us change and allows us to cope with uncertainty. It involves striking that correct balance between holding on and letting go. People who approach life in a rigid way are likely to break, whereas people who are flexible tend to cope and survive. Not surprisingly, people who feel secure in themselves tend to be most flexible. Flexibility can be given to others as an incentive, often leading to a much more efficient outcome. And more importantly, it can be embraced by ourselves, always leading to increased agility, resilience, and lower stress and anxiety levels. So how flexible are you? When things around you change, do you act or react? When things fall in a heap, do you play the blame game or do you accept, recover and go again? Do you do things that way because that's the way it's always been done? When your team is underperforming, what's your default response? Do you discourage or encourage flexibility around you? I'd like you to take a close look at how flexible you are. Think about times when you've demonstrated flexibility in handling specific situations. And what was the outcome of those situations? Over the next 24 hours, I'd like you to identify 3 areas, at home or work, where you can improve your flexibility. Then over the next week, go ahead and use that flexibility in each area and notice the different result. It takes courage to be flexible, so you're actually building 2 muscles at once. Number 2, perseverance. Perseverance is a very healthy coping strategy which involves continuing to pursue our goals despite encountering external resistance. Perseverance gets you to where you want to go. It earns you respect, sharpens your focus, builds your confidence, ignites your passion, strengthens your coping skills, increases your resilience, and it's a great leadership trait to model. Unfortunately, all too many of us are deterred by setbacks, and then we relinquish what we really want from life, and instead we settle for what's offered. This means giving up on what's inside of us and merely reacting to our external environment. People give up for various reasons. Some due to fragile self-esteem, some because they are frightened of failure or success, and some because they don't know their why. And some people think anything short of complete success is unsatisfactory. Whatever the reason, the benefits of perseverance far outweigh giving up. So how can you model perseverance? Broaden your mind to allow flexible thinking. Embrace change. Check that your goals are in line with their values. Do whatever it takes to combat your anxious mind. Be willing to be uncomfortable. Establish consistent daily habits that support you. Having faith that you actually can succeed. And identify potential obstacles and develop a contingency plan. Number 3 is laughter. Laughter is the mother of all stress relievers. Many studies have shown that laughter contributes to resilience and is therefore an adaptive way of coping. It helps us limit our focus on what can't be changed, while enhancing our ability to work on what is under our control. Laughter boosts our immune system. It decreases our stress hormones, increases immune cells, therefore improving our resistance to disease. It actually relieves physical tension in our bodies. It's an incredible thing. There are many ways we can introduce more laughter into our day. Find a few simple items such as photos, greeting cards, an old comic strip that you find funny. Put it on your office desk, hang it on the wall, carry it around in your pocket, have it as a screensaver on your phone. Google jokes, there's plenty of them. There are endless funny animal clips on YouTube. Watch a funny movie, and there's even something called laughing yoga. Make time to laugh with your friends because laughter is contagious. I think we all remember a time or two being sent out of the classroom at school for not being able to contain our laughter. I know I do. So I challenge you. Go ahead, give it a try. Turn the corners of your mouth up into a smile and then give a laugh, even if it feels a little forced. Once you've had a chuckle, take stock of how you're feeling. Are your muscles a little less tense? Do you feel more relaxed or buoyant? That's the natural wonder of laughing at work. Conduct a simple experiment by choosing one day of the week where you purposefully inject laughter into your day. That's the goal for the day, to laugh at least 3 times during that day. I guarantee it will make a difference. And the number one pitfall to avoid avoidance. One of the biggest obstacles to overcoming stress and anxiety is avoidance. Although it's a natural response when you suffer from anxiety, you know deep down it hinders any forward progress and keeps you stuck in your current habits. The more avoidant you are, the more you will fear things that you have not yet done. You choose avoidance because it's the path of least resistance. What is avoidance costing you? Health, relationships, work, your own self-confidence? Learning to get comfortable with being uncomfortable creates forward progress in leaps and bounds. You have to be willing to experience some discomfort in order to move forward. Start small. 1 goal a week and practice. Choose something that puts you out of your comfort zone but doesn't tip you over the edge. And when you start to feel comfortable with that, choose another and start the process again. The key is to practice, and then practice more. You have to commit to a forward motion and being uncomfortable if you want to make any headway. So what are you avoiding? Who are you avoiding? How is avoiding holding you back? What is it costing your organisation or those around you? And what is avoidance costing you personally? What can you do to take on your challenges? Get comfortable being uncomfortable. So what's been most useful so far? Will you seek out opportunities to be more flexible? Practice your perseverance? Or perhaps find more excuses to bring laughter into your day? How will you stop avoiding? Solution number 2. 2 simple activities that banish obsessing and worrying. Let me tell you about a story of the intelligent king. In primitive times, there once ruled an intelligent king who constantly worried about one thing or another. As a consequence, he never laughed. Even his ministers never saw him laughing, nor did they ever smile in his presence. One day, the ministers discreetly discussed ways to change the king's attitude towards life and came up with a plan. When the king next held court, he called for his closest minister and said, "I'm worried about something." Upon hearing this, the minister promptly replied, "Yes, Your Majesty, I know, and I've also been thinking about it." On hearing the minister's reply, the king was astounded. "Even without my telling you, how do you know about my worry?" he asked. The minister humbly replied, "Your Majesty, I'm not interested in learning about your problem, as I already know the solution to your problem." The king was very surprised. "Even without knowing my problem, how do you know the solution?" The minister replied, "Your Majesty, it's quite possible that you have not one, but many problems, but to all your problems, there is only one solution." Upon hearing this, the king got baffled and hesitantly asked, "May I know what the solution is to my problem?" The minister replied, "Your Majesty, please don't worry about the solution, because it's absolutely perfect." Now the king tried to guess what the minister had in mind, but he couldn't. So he said, "Well, if there is a problem, how can I not worry?" The minister bowed respectfully and asked, "Your Majesty, until now, has your worry solved any of your problems?" "Well, no," replied the king. "Well, if that is so, then why worry? The mystery of success doesn't lie in worries, but the removal of worries." The king paused and thought about this. He realised how, in a subtle manner, his minister and well-wishers taught him this simple fact in life. He started laughing and was rather astonished when everyone else laughed with him. This is an ancient story that tells us worrying is not the solution to our problems. On the contrary, it makes us weak and creates barriers on our way to success. To win over your worry means you have already won 50% of the battle. Is your mind running away with what ifs? What will I do? What if I fail? What if I can't handle it? What if I don't like it? What will they think of me? What if it's the wrong decision? What if someone gets hurt? So how do you banish worrying? Accept. Postpone your worry, or change the way you obsess. So postpone your worry. If you respond to your worry by trying to get rid of it instantly and have it gone forever, you'll probably fail. It's just too big of a task. Let yourself have the worry and make a commitment to pay attention to it at a specific time in the future. By doing this, you're controlling one small part of the process. You're in control of when you worry. The essence of this technique is to stall the process. The stalling tactic serves two purposes. One, you don't get caught in a vicious cycle that stems from fighting your worry. And two, you've broken a rigid pattern of becoming completely consumed with a worry whenever it enters your mind. Now, as you begin to practice this technique, try to postpone your worry for just a few minutes. And then as you get more experience with it, you can extend the time frame. And always limit the amount of time you dedicate to that worry. Soon you'll discover that when you return to that thought hours later, it simply doesn't trouble you as much as it first did, and it'll be much easier to dismiss. Change the way you obsess. Now, we all experience obsessions from time to time as part of normal life, but it's how we react to it that creates the problem. Whenever you can, treat your obsession as if it were a momentary distressing experience. Do not analyse why you've experienced it, what it means, or whether you'll be able to stop it. Since all obsessions are distressing, it's natural that you have an initial negative reaction. Your task is to let go of that initial reaction. For example, "Oh no, I've started worrying about my health again. I really get quite anxious every time I work myself up about this. It's okay that I just had that thought. After all, it was pretty scary until I got the all clear from the doctor. I know I'm actually in good health and I have nothing to worry about." Then close your eyes and picture this good news and positive health. So which will you choose? Over the next few days, make a concerted effort to try one of those techniques. Postpone your worry or change the way you obsess by either writing it down, perhaps sing it, or create a new mental image. Now I'd like to share with you solution number 3, the one thing that guarantees a quieter mind. Thought interruption. Interrupting your thoughts. It seems so easy, but we all know it's extremely challenging. Why? Because our emotions get in the way. Why does it work? It stops your thoughts dead in their tracks. It makes you take a pause. It gives you an opportunity to reset. It stops you from having a destructive thoughts avalanche. It encourages a new neural pathway. It builds positivity and strength. and enables you to take a different action. Now, my goal was to deliver you 3 solutions to help you gain traction starting today, and I certainly hope I've done that for you. These things may seem dead easy, but are you doing them? We spoke about flexibility, perseverance, and laughter. Why you should be avoiding avoidance. Accepting your worries by postponing them or changing the way you obsess. Thought interruption and the critical part it plays in our behaviour and anxiety. Now here's the real opportunity I see for you. Whether you want to expand your awareness and increase your resilience, reduce your stress and anxiety by over 50%, gain total focus, certainty and control, or be confident and flexible enough to handle pretty much anything. My first responder support program is a proven, easy 5-step method to do just that, which means increasing your knowledge and skills in order to expand your awareness and increase your flexibility. Following an easy, proven system moving forward that you can use at any time. Something you can quickly and practically integrate into your everyday life. And behaviours you can model to others around you, increasing your integrity and their awareness. And the best part is, I can teach you this in just 5 easy sessions. Here's how it's different. It's easy, extremely effective with proven, lasting results. It's a simple system to master and follow, then model and share. It's made up of micro-learning sessions with immediate results. So the solutions are all there. Quieten your mind and reduce your anxiety by over 50%. 5 weeks of learning, personal growth and building resilience. Get back to your best self so you can perform with focus, strength and confidence. The good news is, it's not about whether you have the time to do all of this right now. It's about whether you can follow an easy, step-by-step process broken down into micro-learning sessions. Nor is it about whether you have the ability to do all this right now. It's about taking that first step towards how to do it and learning as you go, and with some help along the way, of course. So what do you need to win? You need the right motivator. Are you there yet? Do things need to change now? You need the right system. Have you got the right skills and do you know how to use them? And lastly, you need the right help. Does the right person have your back? So what now? Like everyone, you have 2 choices. You can click away and forget everything I've just told you, which means you go back to your old results. But if you really want things to be different and to change your life in this area, then this is how I can help you. Congratulations! Now here's that $359 gift I promised you at the start of the webinar. Would you like me to give you the skills on how to achieve total focus, certainty and control? I'm happy to help you develop a plan to reduce your stress and anxiety by over 50%. Learn how to increase your flexibility and resilience, boosting your ability to make a difference in the lives of others. And all of this in under 40 days. This way, you'll be able to take charge of any situation without feeling stressed or anxious. I offer this service because I specialise in helping first responders just like you to quiet your mind and increase your resilience and flexibility. Gain the tools to handle any situation with focus, strength and confidence. And there's a pretty good chance you have a challenge in managing your anxiety levels and dealing with the stress that can bring. If you find that my way of solving this is valuable, you might want to apply to work with me. But let me make something very clear. Please understand that I am not offering you a sales pitch in disguise. I promise not to pressure you or pester you in any way at all. I've set aside some time in the next 48 hours to speak with 10 people only about how you can apply these ideas and more to your life starting today. Whatever your biggest problem is, I know how to solve it. On a 30-minute call, I'll help you in 3 ways. Firstly, I'll find out what the biggest challenge is that you're facing in your life right now. Secondly, I will help you solve it. And thirdly, I will set out a step-by-step plan as to how you can reach your end goal without it feeling like a burden or any ongoing expensive courses. I want you to simply schedule a call with me by clicking the yellow link you see below. Why? Because I want to help you. If we make a connection and you're absolutely positive I can help you achieve your goals, then you might want to apply to work with me. If it's a win-win for both of us, that's great. If not, then I've got no issue with that either. I only want what's right for you. So who is this for? First responders who want to increase their resilience and be able to handle any situation with focus and strength. Who are looking to reduce their anxiety and get some stability and control back into their lives. Who want to return to their best self so they can show up in a focused and confident way. Who want to increase their flexibility and confidence so they can take themselves to the next level. Why? Because they're brilliant and generous people. They're extremely hardworking. They don't make excuses. They're coachable and they're great at what they do. So if you have some or all of these qualities, then I know how to get you to your end goal. So if you can say yes to all of this, then I'm happy to help you for free during a 30-minute strategy call. If this sounds like you, then here's what to do. Schedule a call with me by simply clicking the yellow link below. Then afterwards, you'll be asked a few questions about what you're looking to accomplish. And once I have that information, I can put together a few things that I know will help you to, number 1, reduce your stress and anxiety by over 50%. Number 2, strengthen your flexibility and resilience. And number 3, increase your confidence and become your best self. Be a game changer. Decide, commit, follow through. I have a 48-hour window to speak with 10 people only. If you want to take things further and learn the game-changing skills needed to catapult you to the next level, then I'll be happy to talk with you. Thanks for your time today, and I really, truly hope you implement any of the solutions I shared with you today, starting now.